Welcome to another edition of the Wonderberry Podcast.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Dave.
And you can find us online at wonderberry.com.
You can find me online at Open Darkwing.
And I'm pretty much neglecting all of my social medias like it was a stepchild, so.
Well, that always works.
You can find me at my house. Come hang out.
Find me at my house. Yeah, careful with that. Get some of those internet crazies showing up, acting a fool. How was your week, Brian?
It was a little rough.
Rough?
I was a little sick, too. You said you were a little sick.
Yeah, I've been sick since like Friday. I started getting sick, and then it put me down most of the weekend. Last couple days I've had to try to function. Today's the first day that I haven't felt like my head's in a vice, so that helps. So I did wake up with a massive nosebleed this morning, so
Oh, fun.
Oh, it's always fun. So it looks like our little experiment of asking people to show up and watch our live. Did it work? No, not really. A little bit.
Well, we didn't really. We just. It wasn't like we promoted it ahead of time. We just kind of launched into it, like, okay, this is what we're doing.
We did report it. We did report it, like, hey, if you want to have, an idea of what the hell we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting, though. I'll have to say that was very, very interesting. Did we publish? You did not publish it on the website or on YouTube.
No, not on YouTube. We had the live on YouTube. Was I supposed to do YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's all right.
What the shit? I didn't finish the...
We'll fix it in post. Oh, Brian. I am all kabobbled. Hey, I have a question for you.
Okay.
You are a aspiring culinary artist, correct?
Sure.
I have a question. What exactly is a soup? What?
Oh, crap.
No, what is the definition of a soup? If what's a soup?
I don't know. A liquid with stuff in it.
So really? Is cereal a soup?
Yeah, pretty much. The ocean is a soup.
The ocean would be a soup.
Does it need to be heated?
That's kind of the question is okay, is it cooked? So it would be like warm cereal or hot cereal, or like, would that then be a soup instead of a cold cereal?
Do you want warm cereal? This is extra hilarious because yesterday or 2 days ago, I asked Christy, I was like, what do you want? She was like, what do you want for dinner? I was like, I don't know. What do you want me to warm you up when you get home at 11:30 at night? She was like, I don't know. Maybe just cereal. I was like, you want me to reheat cereal which means I have to heat cereal once and then leave it sit out for 4 hours. And then when you get home, I have to reheat it.
I'm guessing that wasn't exactly the what she was expecting you to say.
No, she did not want me to make dinner that night. So,
well, that's funny. But yeah,
I
is cereal a soup? Does it have to be heated for it to be classified as a soup?
so can we plug another podcast for a sec?
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Mythical Kitchen. They have a podcast called A Hot Dog is a Sandwich.
It's not a sandwich, it's a taco.
It's a sandwich.
Nope, it's a taco.
Taco's a sandwich.
No. A
They
sandwich has got two pieces of bread-like material. Tacos have one. Because it's covered on three sides and not just two sides. Therefore, it's a taco.
mm, they have hold on. I'm trying to find the episode. They have an episode where they had Hank Green on, and they discussed
That's perfectly fine. I'm fully going to say that if it's covered on three sides with some sort of a material, let's just say like an outer shell of some sort, if it's coated on three sides, then it is a taco. If it's on two sides, it is a sandwich, top and a bottom. Therefore, a hot dog would be a taco.
I don't count the hinge though, because it's really two sides. It's a bun. It should be broken apart, but we hinge it instead.
What do you mean you don't count? You don't count the covered part as covered?
No, because it shouldn't be.
But it is, because that's the design of the breading.
No, that's laziness in the cutting.
No, it's by design.
Is a Subway
corn tortilla into a U-shaped vessel is by design, not lazy cutting. Because you would not cut the hinge off of a taco and try to eat it that way.
taco doesn't have a hinge section. It's just folded.
And therefore it's covered on three sides.
Yeah.
A hot dog bun.
A hot dog bun isn't folded.
It does not. It's not a hinge.
It's cut.
It's only cut halfway down to create three sides. You would not finish cutting the hinge off of a hot dog and eat it that way as a sandwich. You would keep that hinge in to hold it because it is a third side to hold and contain anything that you might have with the hot dog inside the bread.
Have you never done that?
Therefore, it's not lazy. No, I'm not a psychopath.
You should try that.
I am not a when I don't have a hot dog bun, I will put it in between two slices of bread, but I will slice the hot dog first so that you have flat sides in order to have something touching the bread so it doesn't roll out. It's a taco by design.
I think we should defer that to Mythical Kitchen, where they're more of the experts on semantics.
Uh-huh. I suppose so.
And pizza has a technical definition, and everything that you probably think is a pizza is actually a flatbread.
That makes more sense to me, actually.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, pizza has like protected variations. The same way as like you can't. Champagne is champagne only when it comes from grapes and grown in soil in Champagne region of France. Like real Parmesan is only Parmesan. Everything else, or Parmigiano Reggiano, like the real good stuff. Like everything else is like Parmesan type cheese. Or if you get the shaky shit in the bottle, it's... I don't even remember what it said on it. I remember seeing one the other day. I think Troy posted one in the cooking chat. And I was like, see how the bottle says that? You know what that is? It's I mean, I tried shredding some real Parmesan.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to be a pain in the ass today.
yeah. A lot of things have protected words.
Eh, it's all good. Yeah, so I converted half my basement into a recording studio for the wife and our farming gardening channel system that we're building. So we're slowly getting that stuff rolling up. We're gonna have a couple multicam shots for everything, as well as her talking. I found out that the Rode Wireless Go 2 mics are absolutely amazing. If
Hmm.
you've ever wanted to have a wireless solution for kind of lav type stuff, they are really, really nice mics. I've
Yeah,
been pretty happy with them so far as we've been going through this whole thing and figuring stuff out.
nice. I've been trying to record some stuff in my shop. I think I
Yeah.
want to do it more like maybe like ASMR style. I don't really want to talk over stuff, I've noticed.
Yeah, I kind of come and go with it. Like my voice has been like today's the first day that I've actually been able to talk without it hurting or sounding like absolute garbage, which is, kind of lucky. But doing the editing for my next flight sim video, and it's just been figuring out how to, a different style of editing for a single video. And it's been kind of interesting not doing a voiceover and just running it up has been kind of fun. Definitely been different. I'll put it that way.
Yeah,
Because I'm
that's
so used to talking over stuff or, even like the whole going live thing versus recording. And it's just been, new stuff to get used to. And it's been interesting. I've enjoyed the differences in the new challenge.
yeah. Is it doing better? Like,
What?
are you doing
Uh,
you doing better at making the content?
I think so. The last month that I've released has been kind of like a series video, more so than just a kind of one-off type stuff. So I kind of kept the editing style the same, but each time I've been trying to learn something new, something different, add a little bit extra of a twist, or as long as I'm doing this and I'm learning something different each time, I think I will do a lot better as time goes on. Not that I'm terrible or anything, I don't think, but I think that just by the attempts of I need to get something new each time or learn a new skill with it, I'll get better. I do notice that I am getting faster
Good.
with what I want because I'm understanding the software a little bit better. And the more I understand it, the faster I get, the better I get with um the better I get with shortcuts or hey, I want this effect, so this is what I need to do to make sure that I get it and stuff like that.
That's how I've
So
been
yeah,
doing with the 3D printing and stuff.
yep. Yeah, you have to start somewhere. You don't, as much as fun as it might be to be able to watch a quick little tutorial or something, you have to practice at it to get better, which means you have to do something.
Hmm. Yeah, at least and with 3D printing, there's like all sorts of calibration prints you can do. Like,
Yeah.
um, there's different. They call it like towers, calibration towers. So you like change it'll it'll print the segmented tower, and you change the setting at each different segment. So like say the flow rate of the material coming through the nozzle, you can change it from like, you can pretty much set it to whatever you want in the software that I use, but you kind of want to stay right around 100. But depending on fluctuations in the material, you can kind of go up and down. So you like for a flow rate one, you'd have like 115, 110, 105, 100, 95, 90, 85, and then it'll print this tower, show you the different, like each different segment will have that flow rate percentage. And then you can kind of look at that tower and go, okay, this one looks good, this one doesn't, like this one feels the strongest, this one's weak. And it gives you a good idea how your printer is like doing things.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can do that with pretty much all the settings, which is crazy because the software I have has 611 settings.
611 settings?
Yeah.
That sounds like a slight overkill.
Well, some stuff you only need sometimes, some stuff you need all the time, some stuff you need for certain printers, some you don't.
Yeah, that
Some you
makes
need,
sense.
like, I've been printing the infinity cubes for people, and I don't need, like, if you're having trouble, like, with your print staying stuck to your bed, you'd print with um, a skirt or a brim, which is just like
Yeah.
an extra little bit around the print. I
Then
don't
you
have
kind
to,
of break that away.
yeah, I don't have to print with that, at least on my printer.
Oh, good.
And like with that, you don't need supports, but I printed a little uh, pea shooter from the Plants vs. Zombie game for Dominic.
Yeah.
And because the head had like overhangs where there wasn't like a base to print on, it needed to print with supports. So I had to, like, that was a whole nother setting that had like, 30 settings under that. It's a whole nother learning curve when I went to go print that thing.
Learning curves are good though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, going back to what I'm working on right now for a flight sim video, most of them I've been doing is just, I'll run a flight, and then um I'll kind of chop it up and do like a little bit in the middle, and kind of have a mix of me talking and explaining what I'm doing, and then have some cinematics of taking off, and then the flight I'll do some stuff. For today, the one that I'm working on right now, I decided to take a piece of music and I'm just cutting as like more of a showcase of the airplane, because my voice will not, like, I don't know how my voice is going to handle a podcast today, but my voice will not handle doing a full recording. So I'm just kind of turning it into almost like an impromptu music video,
Hmm.
where I'll just have a piece of music that I found that I wanted to cut everything to, and then I'll kind of cinematically push everything through that. And then next week we'll go and we'll talk about the airplane and do a full flight and do that kind of thing.
That'd
So
be cool.
I think overall it'll be a little bit different. It's gonna be a lot shorter. It won't be a normal 40-minute video, but I kind of wanted to see how this does in comparison to the others. So I'm kind of get a better idea of what, also how do I enjoy cutting it this way? And do I enjoy this type of work? Do I enjoy the other one better? So I get a kind of a gauge and a feeling of the different ideas that I had. Because if this works, then I can adapt it very much easier to other games or other things, and just kind of keep it as a style and utilizing games as a filming medium instead of a just gameplay. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah. Cause
Like instead of it being like a let's play and going through and explaining it that way, utilizing the gameplay as footage for a cinematic video versus the other way around.
yeah.
And not turning it into a trailer of the game type of a thing.
Yeah.
Because plenty of people do trailers of games.
What's up, guys? Today we're flying a Cessna 348 from.
Well, and that's sort of what the last 4 videos were. I started in at the place where they roll off brand new airplanes in Wichita, Kansas for the Cessna Citation Longitude. And I did a multi-stop hop to deliver it to a new owner in Dubai, in the United Arab Emirates. So the videos were me flying from the first one was the first leg of the flights, which was from Wichita, Kansas to Peterborough, New Jersey, and then from New Jersey to Ireland, Ireland to Cairo, and then Cairo to Dubai. And so I would talk through the starting up procedures, inputting in the flight plans, kind of talking about the updates because there was a big flight simulator update that came out. So I was talking about the updates to the airplane from when it was before to what it is now. Kind of a halfway mix between a tutorial and kind of talking about the experiences and then showcasing out kind of a cinematic of the flights themselves because each flight can be different depending on what you're doing and where you're flying.
Hmm.
So it was a kind of a combination of the two blended together. It wasn't just all right, and here's a 3-hour unbroken flight, enjoy the sounds.
Yeah.
It was taking those longer flights, breaking them down a little bit, trying to do it a little bit more vlog type style with some cinematics thrown in the middle.
But not the constant like, oh, look over there and and
No,
today's
it was.
flight is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends.
Tell you what, if I will absolutely sell out if one of these honeycomb yolks or someone like that wants to eventually advertise on my channel, I will absolutely sell out for free gear. You will never watch someone sell out so hard.
Yeah.
But if I end up doing something like that, I will definitely make it funny. Like Internet Historian, or yeah, I think it's Internet Historian makes all his ad stuff is absolutely hilarious to watch. But I'll do the whole flashing lights and horns and sell out time and all sorts of fun stuff as I'm recording that.
Hey, Joe. I had a. Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I had a joke for you about a really old plane.
A really old plane?
Yeah. But
All right.
I didn't think it would fly.
Oh, it'll fly. Landing it. Joke will definitely fly. Landing the joke is going to be a whole different ball game.
It didn't need to fly. It bounced.
It bounced.
Boing, 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 boing.
Okay, that was terrible.
You're welcome.
Oh, Brian. I had like 3 jokes in my head. Now I can't think of any of them. I'm just all sorts of discombobulated today, aren't I? I think we all are to some extent. I'm just tired of being sick. Can this just end so I can get back to life like normal?
Yeah. I'm in cluster headache season, so.
Ugh, yuck. Well, it doesn't help that all these weather changes absolutely wreak havoc on my back and knees.
Yeah.
Because, why wouldn't they? I feel old, Brian.
Yep. You made it 3 whole weeks.
My oldest kid turns 18 tomorrow. I'm old. I feel old. My
It's,
kid is going to be able to freaking vote in the next election.
I'm pretty sure about 3 weeks ago, right after your birthday, you were like, man, I don't
Dude,
feel any different.
no, and I didn't feel any different. And then it hit me that my kid is going to be 18 years old.
And now you're like, look, I'm
He's
old,
18.
decrepit, put me in a home.
I don't care about all that. When did I have, how do I have an 18-year-old? I'm younger than you.
We'll see, Dave, when a man and a woman kind of have too much alcohol one night.
Oh. Yeah, it was alcohol. It was in Rio.
Birds and the bees and the way too much vodka.
Yeah. But still, I mean, my oldest is going to be 18. My middle child's going to be 16 in a couple of weeks. I'm just, I don't know. Thing 1 18, thing 2 16. It's an absolute madhouse of trying to figure this out. But it's okay. It will be okay. I will get over it in a few weeks. I did take him out to Lou because he's about ready to take his driving test. So I was trying to teach him how to parallel park.
Oop.
What a stupid form of parking that is.
So what you do is you come flying in, dive your nose in real hard, and then you power brake it. And then force the back end in while the tires are spinning and a cloud of smoke, and then you climb out the passenger window through the smoke.
I did, however, go digging around Indiana's website, and I found the actual form that the test people, when they're doing the driving test, what they use to tick off and what they go through and all that stuff. So we've been utilizing that for practice mode, which has been kind of nice to know exactly what they're going to look for.
Cool.
There's a handful of stuff on there that are automatic failures that it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the piece of paper with me right now. Otherwise I would go through it a little bit, but no, he's a really good driver. Like he's been really, really good at driving. Just that last bit for parallel parking. So I need to figure out when I can schedule him in for a driving test. We found the actual written test online, and he passed that with flying colors. So
Nice.
yeah.
Gotta remind them of things of like, don't be nice, be predictable. Don't wave people out because then you're the liability.
Yep.
Thinking,
No, he's
oh, if this drives me fucking crazy out here in the country. If there's a tractor on the road and it's in your lane, you have to slow down and wait to go around it. While the other traffic, like the traffic in the other lane, doesn't have to do that. Traffic in the other lane doesn't have to slow down and wait on you to go around the tractor. You don't get to just fucking zoom around the corner and swerve into my lane, which was
Yup.
uninterrupted.
Yup.
Swear to God. And
Well, it's all right.
you can only tailgate people if you own a Dodge Ram. So I think that's a law in every state, right?
I think so.
And it takes what, 3 DUIs to have a Dodge Ram? Or is it just 2?
Or those. That's what we always used to say about those mopeds, the .08 mobiles. Because at least on this side of the border, it's you don't have to have a driver's license to drive a moped. So
Yeah.
all the guys that are driving mopeds around with a 24 pack of beer at their feet, you know what happened there.
Yep, 3 strikes. Have you encountered many Tesla drivers on the road?
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of Teslas down here. Yep, almost every day now I see Teslas.
Does it feel like they follow you super close? Like almost like they're
Not
I don't
any
know.
more than anyone else does, really.
Oh, maybe it's just the ones up here. Ones up here. I'm like, you have a computer. It tells you how far away you're supposed to be. Stop doing that.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't really paid that close attention. Although now that you've said something, I'll probably be paying a lot more attention. But everybody down here drives way too close to you anyway, so I haven't noticed it any more or any less with someone else.
That's true. I'm regularly like 60 miles an hour, so close feels really fucking close.
But no, I think asshole drivers drive all sorts of stuff. I more so the Audis and the BMWs I find that are much worse drivers than the Tesla drivers over here.
Yeah, we don't have any Audis up here that I've noticed.
Oh,
I've
you'll
seen,
notice them because they'll make sure that they let you know that they're there.
yeah, I've seen some BMWs. Saw a Rivian not too long ago too.
Came across who makes the Genesis? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's like a
Are they their own little
subdivision of a
thing or
subdivision.
yeah, like who's actually producing these things that should just be Chrysler 300s with extra material? Cuz that's what they look like. They look like a Chrysler 300 with extra steps. That's not to say that I hate the Chrysler 300 cuz I really don't. I rented one once and it was all right. But it's like I
Is
don't
it
know.
Kia or Hyundai?
It's
What is?
it's not quite it's not quite a Lincoln, and it's a little bit more than a Chrysler 300. It's like that little space in there of I don't have enough money to be the douchebag that I want to be yet, so I'm buying this car.
Luxury Hyundai.
It's a Hyundai?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
My first Googling of Genesis brought up the band. I was like, that's
Huh. No, I was thinking about cars the other day and I was realizing that my little Honda Fit will be the last gasoline powered car that I buy probably for myself.
yeah.
Because by the time that thing's done, it's going to be it most likely be electric. I mean, everyone's going all in on the electric side, so
Well, I wouldn't say everyone, Dave.
Which manufacturers aren't? Oh, I know not everyone. I mean, you get the crazies that are trying to stop it, but the manufacturers are going pretty much. I mean, they're tripling down.
I don't know. Does Dodge have any electric stuff?
Yeah, the Jeeps. They have an electric Wrangler.
Jeep is Jeep.
Dodge.
Jeep separate from Dodge.
It's all
It's
owned by
its
Daimler
own.
Chrysler.
No, Daimler Chrysler isn't a thing anymore. It's all owned by Stellantis. And if I remember the structuring right, they're all separate under there. So there's Dodge, which makes cars, Ram that makes trucks, which Ram isn't a Dodge anymore. Ram is its own company. Then there's
The Charger and Challenger are on their way out. So the Challenger and the Charger and Challenger, the 2023 model is going to get last call special editions. And then they are bringing out and releasing the Charger Daytona SRT to replace the Charger and the Challenger. And it's a fully electric muscle car. Apparently, Dodge. They're going to pipe in fake engine noises so it's not silent.
Mm-hmm.
That is a terrible idea.
Well, legally they have to in a lot of areas.
The Charger Daytona will have exhaust pipes that make noise and a transmission that shifts gears for sounds. That is it's going to have air pulsers, so they're going to actually have an exhaust system that's not just like a speaker. They're going to be running air pulses through pipes and bafflers and chambers that will be producing sound up to 126 decibels. And it will push air based upon how hard you're hitting the gas. Is it just me, or does this sound like an absolute terrible idea?
Mm. Mm. I mean, you have Tesla where it makes fart sounds when you drive down the road. Or
But
you have a car that makes an actual car sound.
So that's one that's one thing.
I mean, because if they've got to make the car make a sound for legal reasons.
Oh no, they're doing it just for funsies.
Well, no, there's legal requirements to make the car make the sound in certain areas.
But not.
I don't remember
not over
where or why.
100 decibels.
Yeah, but why not?
Because it's going to sound terrible.
They're making it sound like the Hellcat. Like it's gonna sound exactly like the Hellcat is what's gonna happen. Like they'll tune the audio so you could have them both running and both driving and not be able to tell if it's the Hellcat engine or if it's the electric motor. Or what's the little motor? Hurricane?
I think so.
Is that the V6? Is that the one based on my engine?
I think so. So Ram trucks are getting an electric. The Charger's going electric, And the successor to the Durango is going electric. It's going to be the Dodge Rampage EV. So they're going to have an electric SUV. And they're saying 2027, looks like, for the Rampage. Interesting. So Dodge has got a few electric stuff. It looks like everyone's going electric. Wonder who's going to make the first electric minivan.
Minivans are out. Crossovers are the new thing. So, like,
Chrysler already makes a hybrid.
yeah.
The Chrysler Pacifica hybrid minivan.
Yeah. Yeah, but find an upcoming lineup that has a minivan in it.
For electric or just regular?
Just regular. Either.
Chrysler makes minivans. Honda still makes minivans.
What's the Chrysler? The Pacifica?
Yeah, the Pacifica. Caravan is still Dodge Caravan, still a thing, isn't it?
Pacifica.
Let's see. Best new minivans and vans for 23-24. Yeah, so the Chrysler Pacifica, the Honda Odyssey, Kia makes one, the Carnival. They make a minivan. Toyota Sienna Toyota still makes a minivan. Ford's going to make their Transits until the end of time. Same with Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, that's not a minivan.
But those aren't minivans. No. So it looks like Toyota, Kia, Honda, and Chrysler are all still making minivans, at least through 2024. Because I mean, there is still a place to have for a minivan. I mean, there's still a place for that. The more seating.
Dave?
Oh, that's right. Volkswagen is bringing back the.
Yeah, they're making an electric bus.
They're bringing back their bus with an electric one. Chrysler Pacifica is going to be switching from a hybrid to a full electric. The Carnival is going to be going electric. Honda is hinting. Oh, Honda plans to introduce 30 new EVs by 2030, and at least one of them will be an electric minivan. Audi's going to be making a electric minivan. Although it looks like they're saying it's going to be strict for China, but it's going to be called the Urban Sphere. Don't ask. Volvo has is going to be doing an electric minivan in China as well. That thing looks terrible. Some of these minivans look a lot more like a sliding door on a Suburban than they do a minivan.
Yeah. So I don't think there's so much minivans anymore. They're like,
well, some of these are very much minivans. The Carnival looks more like an SUV with a sliding door, but at least Toyota and Honda and Chrysler are all traditional minivans.
Yeah. I'd like to see what the new Pacificas look like, because they kind of look smaller compared to what we had. We had the Town and Country.
And that frickin' Volkswagen... That Volkswagen just looks amazing. So they got the ID Buzz, and they have the California, and that California looks absolutely stunning. But yeah, so there's at least three regular minivans on the market that look like traditional minivans and don't look like Suburbans with sliding doors. So they still make minivans. Not like they used to, though. You are right. The SUV is really replacing them out quite quickly.
Yeah, and the crossover, which is really just a station wagon.
Yeah, the crossover is like it's a hatchback for people who don't want a small vehicle. That's what crossover is. That's the way I look at crossovers.
It's a station wagon.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I think Volvo's is still the only one that actually makes a station wagon.
I'm just gonna start calling them that.
What?
Just start calling them station wagons.
Yeah. Well, they're
I
yeah.
should get one so I get some wood paneling on the side of it.
Dude, I was just thinking about those old Ford LTD mini or station wagons.
Mm-hmm.
It was a box with a nose.
Yep.
I had a friend that had one of those.
A literal box made with wood sides.
The very back seats that would the seat back would fold up. It was face backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. My cousin had one. They were cool.
Those are fun. Oh well. My voice is starting to fade out really quick and hurt.
Okay.
I think we're going to wrap this one up and hopefully we'll both be healthy for the next episode.
Wrap it up or you'll have a kid that turns 18 before too long.
Oh, Jesus. I don't have to wrap it up anymore.
Yeah, we covered that in an episode.
You also covered that problem, too.
I gotta go take my sample in.
Oh, they gave me just like at-home test kits. And they're like, here, after you do this X amount of times with this much time, and you're fine. I got the wonderful at-home test kits.
Here, after 90 days, have your wife pee on this. Well, we know if it worked or not.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Brian. I think I'm going to give my voice a rest for a bit. To everyone else out there, thank you guys so much for tuning in week after week. We really appreciate it.
Yep.
Till next week.
We'll talk to you later.